What's up, everybody, and welcome to part 3 of my PS1 collection of videos. I think I should be able to finish these out today. So we'll see. Here we go. Okay. Suikoden 1 and 2. I think I remember mentioning this on TFN a while ago. I was at GameStop, and again, it may have been Funko-Land at the time. It's all kind of just, I'm old, and things blur together back in the 90s. So I don't know. Either way, the guy behind the counter was like, "Hey, can I help you find anything?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm into RPGs and just looking for something new." And he said, I remember the way he pronounced it too. He goes, "Have you played Suikoden?" And I was like, "What is that?" And then he pulls it off the shelf, picked it up, looked at it. Box art is horrendous. It's awful. But then you look at the back, and the graphical style of the game actually is what caught my eye, and I thought it looked kind of neat. And they had it for relatively cheap. So I was like, "Oh, it sounds kind of cool." And it says, "Change your party characters using any of over 100 recruits that you meet on your mission. Build a castle fortress to headquarter your army," and so on. And now it's the 108 Stars of Destiny, and you're building an army, and you can recruit them all. I loved it. I loved that about it. Unfortunately, the first time I played it, I liked it, but I never finished it. I didn't finish it until years later when I went back to it again. I think a big reason is because I wanted to play it with a guide. I know, but whenever there's something like this where I can potentially miss something at the end, because I'm not huge on replaying stuff. If it's something that I know I'm going to play once and then shelf for a long time, I'm not big on like, "Oh, I missed something, I'll just get it on my next playthrough." I won't do that. That's why I play with a guide, because I want to try and get everything that I can, so I can experience it all in one shot. And this game was a lot of fun, and I love being able to customize my party with that many characters. And the cool thing about the Suikoden series is you talk to any fan of the series, and you will find people who like different characters from the entire, not even the entire game, the entire series, and they'll always use them. And it's kind of crazy to see, like, "You like that one? Oh, I can't stand that guy. Holy crap!" And it's the conversations that you have from these games. I mean, you can listen to any of our interviews with Ryan from the Suikoden Revival movement on TFN, and there's so much to talk about. There's so much to unpack with these games, which, quite frankly, I didn't even realize until we started talking with Ryan. The dude is just a mountain of knowledge for this kind of stuff, and in general. But Suikoden 2, first time I played it and beat it, I actually borrowed it from Mark, who let me use his copy, and I beat that in, I want to say, like 2 weeks. I was living with his brother at the time, and I freaking loved that game. I did not get the perfect ending, though. I didn't play with a guide that first time. The second time I played it, I did, because I wanted to recruit everybody. Funny enough, that's ironic that I just said I don't typically do that, but I loved that game so much that I did end up playing it again. I think the second time I ended up playing it was for the show, so I had a reason to. But no, typically I don't do that. So yeah, Suikoden, the whole series is phenomenal. 3 is actually my favorite in the series on PS2. Harvest Moon: Back to Nature. The first Harvest Moon, and the one that I spent the most time with, was the one on Game Boy. And Nintendo Power did a whole strategy section on it at one point, and I read that thing up, down, left, right, backwards and forwards, to prep myself for that game. And when it came out, I played the hell out of it. And I thought I'd have the same experience with this on PlayStation. I think I prefer those games to be portable, though, just because they're so, I don't know if mindless is the right word, but like you're kind of doing busy work, and so like it's really easy to just be doing it while you're watching a TV show or something like that. And I never really, not that this was bad, I just never really put in the time and effort that I really wanted to, and that I was expecting to. but not a bad game. Legend of Lakaya. I have tried to finish this game so many times, and every single time I get to a point where I have to grind, and I'm just not a fan of the battle system. And I know that's like the main draw, because you're doing combos with fighting, and you're entering in all these different combinations of attacks and stuff. I just didn't like it, and I also hated there's like some sort of like spirits or monsters or something that you can absorb and get their abilities, and I hated grinding to get those. And it was just, I liked the concept, and I liked like clearing the world of the mist and all that stuff. I want to finish it, and I will. I know I will at some point in my life, I promise. But I just have not yet, because I keep just falling off on that. So, but I know a lot of people do enjoy that game very much. Parasite Eve. I've not played Parasite Eve 2. So, I don't have much to say on that one. And that's, again, because I have not beaten Parasite Eve 1. I've gotten all the way to the end, and I think I kept like running out of ammo on the final boss, and I just kept getting demolished. I don't know if I needed to be a higher level or whatever, or from what I remember, I had to be a lot more conservative with my ammunition, and I was always terrible at that. So, unfortunately, I just kind of screwed myself towards the end, so I need to play it again from start to finish. I remember seeing the cutscenes in the beginning of this game, though, and thinking, holy crap, this is gruesome. But I really, really enjoyed it, too. So, I definitely would like to get back into that at some point. Oh, hey, I didn't realize I forgot, there was a collector's CD in this one, too, for Xenogears. I do remember playing that demo, actually, which... It's not what made me get the game. I'm pretty sure I forgot about it after playing the demo. Bushido Blade 2, which I never played, Brave Fencer Musashi, and Final Fantasy VIII. Yep, there it is, sure enough. Yep, really, really fun game, though. A few sports titles here. I buy typically a hockey game and a Madden game every few years just because I get an itch to do so. I will typically also buy like older versions because they're going to be cheaper, obviously. So I've got NHL 97 and Madden 98 and Madden 2000. Really not much else to say about those. When I eventually do a video on my Sega collection, though, I've got quite a bit to say about sports games on there. Wing Commander 3 and 4. I played these at my friend Mike's house when I was a kid, and I remember seeing the cutscenes and stuff with like Mark Hamill, and I just remember having fun with them. So I saw them cheap on eBay, picked them up. I haven't, played them since I got them, but I do remember enjoying playing them back then. I always thought the story was kind of neat, so I definitely hope to get into these at some point. Very cinematic. The first video that I did for my PlayStation 1 collection, I talked about a game that sold me on the system, and that is this one, Twisted Metal 2. I played this at my friend Matt's. His brother, Stuart, actually was the one that had it, and I was hooked. I mean, I wanted nothing else but to just play this game, and I absolutely freaking loved it. Never beat it with anybody other than Minion, who anybody who's played it knows that is a cheat character because he's ridiculously strong. I'm terrible at it otherwise, but I could use him because I could bulldoze everything, and it was just fantastic. And I didn't care because I love the game. I love being able to blow up the Eiffel Tower and watch it crash down, and then you open up a whole new part of the level because you're driving on rooftops after going up into it and then driving down the demolished part. This game was so fun. It's so good. And yeah, this is what got me into PlayStation right here. Never played Twisted Metal 1. It was just Twisted Metal 2 is what got me. Holy crap, it's good. And then another one that, unfortunately, I don't hear people ever really talk about or mention. Critical Depth. Basically, it's Twisted Metal, but with submarines. like in the ocean and stuff. I absolutely love this game. This one I actually did beat legit. I found it to be easier than Twisted Metal. This game was so much fun. Unfortunately, to my knowledge, they never made any more of them. But I really enjoyed this one too. I'd love to someday maybe do a review on it or something, because this is a really, really fun game. Like I said, it's literally Twisted Metal 2 just with submarines. So yeah, one day, hopefully, maybe. That's fine. I had 2-player co-op, which was neat. So okay, these. Let me just say, I miss Working Designs so much because their boxes are amazing with all the goodies on the inside. They did not even collector's editions. They were like the standard editions for these games. They did them so well and packed them so nice, and the artwork and everything was just so cool. First one up, I have not played this yet, but it was a Working Designs game, and I thought it looked neat. It's the Ark the Lad Collection. I definitely want to get into it at some point, just because it looks awesome. I'm not going to open any of these right now. I may in another video or something like that, but I'm just going to kind of show them off at this point. But yeah, I saw this and just had to pick it up. And it comes with these games come with like soundtracks and like hardcover instruction manuals, and God, Working Designs was just, man, they killed it. They really did. So yeah, I'm definitely excited to get into that. And that is because I love these two games so much. And that is Lunar 1 and 2. I remember getting the first one and watching the making of disc. Like, I don't know how many times I've watched that thing because I thought it was so cool that it even came with it. And then I got to, watch it and see how they made it and talked about it. And the music in the game is so good. And these are games that define adventure to me. Like, these are just... they're so charming. And I think that's probably the perfect word for them. They really, like, no matter who you are, if you can't enjoy the stories and the characters in these games and the personalities of them, you don't have a soul. I'm sorry. Because, holy crap, they're just so fun. Lunar 2, unfortunately, I have not finished. I know I need to. Again, these games came with a lot of goodies, and they're awesome, and I love them. And yeah, so that is my PlayStation 1 collection. Yeah, so with that, I guess I'll wrap it up. But yeah, let me know if there's any RPGs or any PS1 games that I'm missing, or any here that I've listed that I had said that I hadn't played that I need to get to right away. Just let me know in the comments, and thanks for watching, and keep on gaming.